This is a Washburn Falcon from 1980, made by Yamaki apparently. This is the rosewood top one. Yep, there's a rosewood top. I think it's an ash back. As you can see, it's a neck through, 5-piece neck through. Yep, it's through strung. Look at the way a Telecaster is. Check out the piece of wood to cover up that. That's pretty cool. The bridge is really cool. You see it's got brass saddles, but it's also got like a wee Allen bolt that goes in the top and one that goes in the bottom, which clamp all this together once you've set it up, which is awesome. That's probably my favourite bridge of all the bridges I've seen so far. Yep, pickups are the original. They're called power sustain pickups. They're the ones that came in it. They're pretty good. You'll see they've got the 2 screws here and 1 or 2 on that side, so you can actually adjust the angle of them sitting that way, which you can't normally do with pickups. Normally they've just got a screw there and a screw there, which means they're better this way. Ebony fingerboard. Check the cool fret markings. See there you go. You can see there's sort of brass discs. It's got a brass nut. Got a wooden truss rod cover. That's cool. The machine heads are Grovers, which I don't think are original, but they're either very well matched to the original ones, or they're exactly the same shape as the original ones, because there's no sun fading or anything like that behind where they used to be. Either that or they were, changed over 30 years ago. It's a much lighter colour than it was 30 years ago, because I took the bridge off. I had the whole thing to bits to clear it because it was pretty smelly, and it was much darker. The rosewood's much darker, but the bits where the light hasn't got to it. So this was originally a darker guitar, and I think the headstock was the same as well. I adjusted the truss rod, took the cover off there, and it was a much more rosewoody, much less light colour than what it is. Stunning guitar. Here, turn it on. This switch here was already, the switch was already there, but it didn't do anything. Now I've just got it as a kill switch. I'm going to wire it up. I've just ordered new switches off eBay. I'm going to wire it up as a series parallel switch, I think. Stand in front of the amp. The sustain on this guitar is ridiculous. As usual, I'm just playing through Softtech amp, just like a Marshall JCM 800 copy, and 2 Celestion speakers in that cabinet I made myself. No effects or anything like that. So that's both pickups on. In fact, that's they're both up full. There's just the bridge pickup on its own. There's a neck pickup on its own. But that's them on single coil mode. It's got push pull pots. That's in coil defeat mode. Is what it's in the original manual, or not manual, advert. These are push pull pots, so you can pull them out to get humbuckers. You can see it. obviously for humbuckers you really want to use this rat pedal. That should be a bit more Judas Priesty. That's a bridge pickup, neck pickup. That's the sustain, it's pretty ridiculous if you're pimping it a wee bit. It still just rings forever. He says I put that as a kill switch. I actually find it quite useful actually having a kill switch just for turning it off so it doesn't. So I can turn it off like that. But have a look, check the cutaway in the back there. You can get right in for water. Which is, I suppose maybe not as good as an SG, but it's pretty damn good for cheese values. Also, you can see it's got an arched top. Like, you're not going to see that. Well, maybe. Yeah, so it's like arched as well. So it's kind of. It's funny scale length as well. It's 25 inches from there to there, whereas a Strat's 25.5 and a Gibson's 24 and 3/4. So it's a wee bit. It's kind of in the middle. I think PRS guitars are at that scale as well. Yeah, so when I got this, I got my pal to pick it up for me down in East Midlands somewhere. I saw it on eBay. I was like, oh, I was just happened to be messaging my pal, and it was like, oh, that's great. I wish it wasn't pick up only. And he's like, no way, that's only 15 minutes away from his house. So it's like I sent him the money and got him to go and get it. The guy wouldn't post it because he'd sent a guitar before and the neck had snapped. So this one survived because he didn't post it. Yeah, the knobs on it were red when I got it, not the original ones. These aren't the original ones, but they look more like the ones that should be on it. Kind of knobbly, old Japanese ones. And that's the push-pull pots. But no, funnily enough, the push-pull pots go the opposite way from what I always thought they did. So the ones I've got a Schecter, a couple of Schecters that have got push-pull on them, and when you pull them out, that makes them, that's the coil defeat, so they become single coils, whereas this one you pull them out to make them humbuckers. So, just the other way around. I tried reversing it, but they buzzed, so there must be some other, it might take a wee bit more than that to make them work. Interesting on the back when I took it to bits, because when I pulled off the old knobs, pulled them off, pulled that one out, and pulled the actual shaft out the pot, so it's smashed because they're 30 years old. There's a plastic bit inside the actual pot which had gone brittle over time, so I had to replace one of the pots. But there's a metal box that this sits in, which I've seen it before on Les Pauls. It's like an open box. The metal box sits that way and you can get in at the back. This one's actually got a metal plate with a circuit board, like a PCB that it sits on, and then it's got a big metal box that clamps on the top, obviously for stop interference, like a sort of shielding thing. And it appears to work. It doesn't make any noise. If I can do it with the strings not ringing. There's no noticeable buzzing in that. I'd already bought this when I found out that John Fogerty plays one that looks even this colour. Looks exactly the same in the late 80s and early 90s, and John Fogerty is a total hero of mine. Is that okay? He's got a choice of what guitar he plays, because in the second half, a couple of videos on YouTube, gigs that he played in the first half of the set, the whole set, first half of the set he's playing this, then the second half he's playing like a Les Paul Custom, and a Les Paul Custom must be worth what, £10,000 or something stupid like that. And this is just a wee cheapy Washburn. Well, it's not really that cheapy. I don't think it was cheap at the time, but these days they're not worth what a Gibson would be. I think they're maybe about the same price as a sort of bottom end Gibson, but one of them would be worth thousands of pounds, whereas this can still be picked up relatively cheaply. And a Gibson isn't through neck, and it's not rosewood. Also, Manny from Nazareth played one for the whole gig on YouTube, 1984, I think it is. Some in Germany, Rockfest, Rockaplast, whatever it is. I've seen quite a few. Rory Gallagher played it as well, but not playing this guitar. This is much nicer condition than most of the guitars I've got. Most of mine are all bashed and dented. That's why I got them cheap. This one's got a dink there, which you probably can't even see there. No, if you think you can. But the rest of it's pretty much just lovely. So basically I'm going to spend the rest of the night playing this. So if you've got a Washburn Falcon, they're pretty damn good guitars, and I've got hundreds of guitars, so this is probably the nicest one. Maybe. One of the nicest anyway. And sustain. Catch you later.